Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 97, and I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Nitty.
And I am Allena, aka Starnitz. Today is January 21st. This is our weekly podcast. If you are watching us for the first time, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back.
So, grab your knitting, or crochet, or spinning, and craft along with us. Alright, so, Mojo.
I actually have some.
Hey.
It is very small. I did Quidditch.
Yay.
Oh, that's the back.
Pretty. What yarn is that?
Yes.
Lots of yarn?
It is something I found in my stash. And I've used it before, but I can't remember. It's by Bernat.
Okay.
But I can't remember what the name is called. It's like a long it's like a repeat.
Okay.
But it's a bulkier yarn.
It's pretty.
But I only had a little bit of the purpley pink one left, and then I had green.
I like it.
So that's what I made. And just enough to make the square. So I made it for the Sunshine Committee.
Okay.
But I plan on making more if the chance should come through Quidditch this term, so I'm not actually going to send it until the end of term.
Very cool.
Yes. But that's all the finished objects I have. But you should be happy because I haven't had finished objects for quite some time now.
Very good. I'm proud.
So, do you have any finished objects?
I do. I finished Chloe's blanket, my Newt blanket.
That's awesome.
I don't have it down here because it's huge, and you've seen it for like the past, 2 months. So
and it's probably on her bed.
It is. She's sleeping with it. Well, they're supposed to be sleeping, but she loved it, and she's been asking for like a whole month or so, like, when is it gonna be done? So I like finished it one day quick and like put it up on her bed, and she was so excited after school when it was there. And then she quickly like tore it off and like took it and like read with it, like on the couch. So it was cute.
That's awesome.
I have pictures up on my project page for it if you want to see it. I also made, for the speed trial thing for Quidditch, a hat, the Hadley hat by Divine Life. It's just a basic ribbed and then like slouchy hat, but I gave it away to someone already. So I don't have it here. It's just black, so I'm not going to pull up a picture. But, I also made a baby sweater. I had a shower to go to on Sunday, which I didn't forget about. I had it in the back of my mind that I should probably make something for,
the baby
this
shower?
person. Yeah, and her baby. And I totally spaced on it. So I cast on, I think it was like Friday night. I'm like, oh, this shower's on Sunday. I should probably start on that. And I did. So I used Cascade 220 Superwash. I had like a light green color.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's a glare. And then if you see the stripes on there is a faux cashmere that I spun. That was from Younger Yarns when I was in a Fiber of the Month thing with that. And she said she's pretty sure it's superwash because it's, or washable because it's just nylon.
Cash.
It's faux,
Yeah.
Not real. So, yeah. I'm pulling up another, complete picture, but I'm messing it up. Anyways, it was the N3's baby cardigan pattern. I could not get this picture to go small. Or Kim Possible. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So this isn't working well. Anyways, so I put the stripe at the bottom too.
That looks
It's
cute.
cute. And it worked up like super fast. I think the one night I started it, I got all the way to the sleeve caps and then the body like the next day. And then washed it and put some buttons on it and stuff. Um, very cute, I think.
I'm kind of jealous of your finishing capabilities because
I'm
I
sorry.
finished a square and that's it.
You're funny.
And you like have had 3 or 4 things finished every podcast
Yeah,
since you
but they were
started.
like super bulky hats. Like this is
I
like the month of
guess.
the hats for me. But that's it for finishing.
Okay.
So works
So do
in
you have any
progress.
works in progress?
Yes. Um, First of all, I started Leah's blanket, my second blanket for the newt, which is somewhat similar. The two pinks are the same, but then she has like a dark purple and a light purple. And then this like minty green color that she picked out.
Your blankets are making me want to make blankets for my girls.
They're like I really like it's easy like and I think that's I'm glad I picked not easy because it's a lot of it, but it's an easy mindless pattern um, that I can work on whatever, whenever, watching whatever, doing whatever. So yeah. So I'm glad though because I had to the end of the month to finish the other one, so now I have like a head start. So that's good. Um, so yeah, so I'm about that far into it.
That's
Um,
cool.
but yeah, the other blanket it took 4,380 some odd yards, which is a ton of yardage. It's the Yarn
That
Eater
is.
blanket. So if you ever make it, it's the Granny Stripe by Addict24. Just know that it eats through yardage. It'd be a good stash buster too. It doesn't always have to be coordinating. Um, I also have another hat that this is my purse project that I just have on me that I work on
When you
whenever.
said month of hats, you weren't lying.
No,
That's like your what, 10th hat this month?
I think I finished one for detention,
Okay. And then you had 3 last week.
3 last week, so that's 4. So this is 5 plus Quidditch, 6. But yeah, so this one is green, and this you can see the spirals going around.
Mhm.
It's just divisible by 3 but plus a stitch, so I'm just knitting 3 and purling 3 and just keep on going around and around, so it's turning out pretty cool.
That's cool.
I like
And I'm
it.
trying to count, so you're saying threes and you totally
Sorry,
messed me up.
but
Like twice now I've had to rip out.
I'm sorry. I was
No,
gonna give
that's
it
okay.
to myself, but then Chloe and Leah both want slouchy hats now, so I might end it like actually in a row or two and give it to the girls. I'll have to make another one. Um, but that can wait till next month. The problem is going to be trying to figure out where to put all these hats. Like, I haven't turned any classes in yet. So
The green one will go for
it's almost done.
the bowing one. What's that? Care Magical Creatures?
I'll have to look through it again. I had
The
like
Kelpie
ideas.
or whatever the name of the thing is that has the basin on its head and it bows.
Um,
And you can do it to be their color. Don't quote me on that. I could be totally off. But I know there's one that bows, and one of the things were craft in the colors that are
yeah.
green,
Well,
blue,
I was
red.
almost thinking of using the baby sweater for that because it has the green and the blue.
Or you could do
Or
that.
maybe there was another class that had the green and the blue too, but maybe that was it. I forget. I don't know. I'll have to reread. Um, I also started my order mission, which is the follow your arrow knit along. Oh my gosh! Don't jump on that cat. She's like, she's up. We have like a mattress like sitting up against the wall, but she's on top of it, and I have my light box sitting right next to me,
Oh no.
and I don't want her jumping. No, no, jumping on the tissue papered light box. Go that way. Over here. Sorry. I don't know how she got up there. Anyways, follow your
So your
arrow.
cat,
Mystery.
according to follow no, according to my cat from hell guy, is a tree dweller.
She
Just
keeps
so you
trying
know.
to jump on it. It's freaking me out. Should have videotaped that. She's
That's
so funny.
funny.
Anyways, okay. Follow your arrow. Mystery knit along by Yoselda.
Teague, I think is how you say her last
Whatever.
name.
Yes. So if you're doing that and you don't want to see clue A, don't look.
I am not doing it, so I will look.
So it went from tiny little to big, and you increased in the middle. Um, and then you end by like picking up stitches alongside, so it's all wonky because I don't have long needles on it or cable on it.
Yeah.
But I was gonna be doing 1B like the whole time I was planning. I'm gonna do 1B, 1B, and then I saw some of the ones that were two colored with this one, and I just liked it better. So that's what I did.
Once you pick B, do you have to stay B, or can you
No,
go A?
there's two choices for each of the 5 clues, A and B. So you can pick whatever you want, and each time, and somehow it works out. But there's like 32 possibilities of like how your shawl is gonna look, which I really that's like kind of mind blowing. But yeah, so
It's
that's
just math.
what I started out. Well, I know, but like to make something look good, also by giving this, I don't know. We'll see.
It's like, remember when we were younger and you got those Barbie plates and you could put the different body and the different
Yes,
pants or bottoms and then the different head, and you could make a million different Barbie outfits, and we all
exactly.
wanted to be fashion designers. It's the same thing,
Yes.
only with knitting.
So yeah, so I'm using the Hermione Jean
I'm not
Creations.
saying that it's not cool, but you know, it's the same
I know it's
type
still
of
neat.
thing.
Anyways, I enjoyed it. It knit up pretty fast. The first clue, using Hermione Jean Creations yarn, which was from a club, but now it's Supernatural yarns. Um, but it's
I'm glad
Neville.
you keep saying that because I keep forgetting that she switched her name.
It's Neville and Harry. I believe Neville was the gray. No, Neville was the purple and Harry was the gray. Or it's like a wine color. I don't know if it's purple.
Eh.
Either way. So that's going. Let me see. I think that's it for me. I forget when the second clue comes out. It might be out soon. Today or tomorrow, I forget. Um, that's it though. You can talk about your
Okay.
whips.
My whips are still the same. I have my Hermione cardigan in my fabulously felted bag. Um, it's boring. I'm still working on the reverse stockinette, though I'm pondering starting waist shaping because it was a pretty boxy knit, and it's not like I need like huge shaping, but I know if I have it take it in a little bit, it'll look a little bit nicer. So I think I'm going to start that
Okay.
in a row or two.
Very cool.
I also am still working on my slouchy cabled hat. I am a little bit further than where I was before. I was doing it for cardio knitting. So the one time, before I had it in its original skein, which this was Woolies. And can I just say, I'm angry? Like, I was knitting, and like, you know how if you pull the yarn, it just collapses? So it collapsed, and I'm cardio knitting. And so there was a knot, so I was trying to undo it. So I was winding a ball, and it ended up like you could see an end right here.
Yep.
So I had a little ball attached to this, and I like spent 40 minutes. I did a 40-minute cardio knitting session. 5 minutes was knit. 35 minutes was untangling this stupid freaking knot. I was so mad at the end. I took this ball, the one that was not attached to, like I wound it so I can just knit from one to the other.
Yeah.
The one that wasn't attached to this, and threw it across the room. I was so angry.
I'm sorry.
But my cardio knitting session was very fast that day. Let's just
Good.
say. But, yeah, so I'm a little bit further on that. Like, you're pumping out hats like crazy, and I am still working on the one.
Well,
I started on the first.
most of mine were on like 13s. So.
And I thought, while we're showing, we can talk about the bags we're using. This bag was from Naturally Knitty's Fluffy Stuff. So, yeah. Okay. I, too, started my order mission, which is not a mystery knit-along because I don't do mysteries. I do mystery books, but I don't do mystery knitting. I have to know what it's going to look like. So, my order mission was I'm cleaning out Grimold Place, and I found something with holes in it, and I'm going to turn it into a shawl. That was my proposal. So what I'm making is called the Sweet Eleanor wrap. It's crocheted. Now, it's kind of hard to see in the picture, but it's like a crescent kind of shape, or just kind of like a swirl shape. And then as you go, there's like sections of holes, which look like drop stitches, but it's crocheted, so it's not drop stitches. And then there's sections of crocheted sections. So, and I'm using my Merlin and Morgana mashup that I spun a couple terms ago. So like here's like you have the chain part.
Yeah.
And then you have the crochet part, and it increases by 1 stitch every time. And it's like, you know, how I spun this was to be like it's gonna like stripe, so it's looking really cool. Though
now, will you build on that, or I mean, it doesn't just keep getting longer, right?
It gets wider.
Okay.
And longer. Like
the tips.
This part won't change, but the flat part, the crochet part, it goes from skinny to like wide, like a triangle.
Okay.
And the whole shawl kind of is triangular. Not really triangular, but rounded. It's hard to explain. Go look at the project pages. You'll understand what I'm saying. So I started that, and it's a lot of fun. And I learned how to do a foundation single crochet to start. And when I first started, I was looking and everyone said, oh, if you use fingering, you need to use a G hook. Well, I don't know where my G hook is, so I used an H because that's the next letter up. And I was making it, and I was like, oh, this is way too big. And so I went down to an F. I don't know if you can see the F on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the stitch definition better. And I mean, when I block it, it's going to stretch and be flat, like it's curling right now.
Yeah.
But I'm liking it. Though, like, you know, I have issues with yellow and orange. I don't like them. So I started with Merlin, and then I'm going to go to the mashup, and then I'm going to finish with Morgana, which is a purpley. Like, I have the skeins. I'll get them out. Like, so this is the mashup, and you can see there's still some yellow and orange, but it's mashed up with the pinks and the purples.
Yeah.
And so that one will be in the middle, tying the two colors together, and then this one will be the end, which is all Morgana, which is pinks and purples.
It's pretty.
And like blues. Now, these were spun from Shadow and Fiber Arts. I had bought the Merlin one. Did I? No, I had bought the Morgana one. Then I contacted her to see if she had any Merlin left, and she didn't. So I asked her if she would dye some for me if it was a repeatable one, and she did. But this one is merino silk, and this one's merino bamboo silk, but I still mashed them up together anyways because it wasn't that much of a difference. And can I just say, why do I not knit or crochet with hand spun all the time? Because I'm loving it, like extremely loving it. It's so nice and so much fun and just lovely. So
Very cool.
then I have like startitis, which I was listening to the Knitmore girls and they say not to call it startitis because it's something else. I forget what they called it. It's not startitis, it's start something else because itis means something. I forget. So, anyways, I was playing catch up on podcasts last week and I made the mistake, not really a mistake, but I caught up on the Knittables podcast. Okay, when I say caught up, that means I go to it and say, "Oh, I've missed 5 weeks. I'll just watch the last one." That's what I did. So, except unless it's like a listening one, I might listen to the one before that, but if it's older than like 2 weeks, I'm like, "Screw it. I'll catch up. I'll listen to the thing." So, Knittables, this whole time I follow her on Instagram,
Yeah.
and she posts these awesome pictures of these socks that she's like obsessed with, and I loved them, and I'm like, those are the awesomest socks. I should look into them. And I'd been thinking that through Christmas because she knit them through
She
December.
made like 5 pair, I swear.
Not even like 9.
Wow.
Seriously, like a ton. Well, okay, maybe it's like not. Anyways, so she was talking about her goals for this year's podcast, and she's getting back to podcasting for herself and blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah. It was really good, and I was excited to have a podcast from her. So she then was like, I am obsessed with knitting these Stitch Surfer socks, which is a nitty pattern. And she's like, but I've had a lot of people ask for tutorials. So she taped tutorials and put them up. So I watched them because when you look at the pattern, you're like, what the freaking heck?
Yeah, how's
Like,
that
seriously, you're like that. And I'm not normally like, with most patterns, I'm like, oh, I could do that. That one I was just kind of like, oh, that hurts my brain even to think about. And I think what hurt my brain was the little tutorial that they have on there. You can't see it because my thing is marking my spot. But they have this like picture tutorial. So anyways, so I watched her tutorial and she walked you through starting the sock. And then once you get it down, it's not that hard. But I'm going to work to the heel and then watch the heel portion that she did. So anyways, I started mine. So I pulled out, let me see if I can find my ball bands. One, the one is from Sunset Stitches, is the Voldemort, Bellatrix Loves Voldemort colorway, self-striping yarn. And then the other one is called a Pisky, and I think that one is from, I don't know, I think that might be from Sunset Stitches too. So, this is my sock after all of that.
It's very cool.
Actually, that's the back. This is the front. So, you're knitting with 2 yarns and an intarsia method. So, you like knit around, and then you purl back around. And knit and purl and knit and purl. And it's like, it goes actually surprisingly fast. And it's like crazy awesome. Like, look.
No, that is very cool. I just don't understand how there's not a hole in between where they're...
Well, you're doing like intarsia and you're wrapping the stitches.
I know, but I never have good luck with that.
Well, in the tutorial, she tells you how to, like, if you pull on it, pull really tight on the next stitch, and then pull on the thread, the old color, it helps. It does. And I actually like the bottom better than the top because you do a wrap on the top. But I'm still just loving it, and I'm just loving. I can't wait to wear these. They're gonna be fun.
They're very cool looking.
And I increased stitches because the sizing that they talk about, they do 8 stitches per inch, and I do not knit socks at 8 stitches per inch because they just wear through then.
Yeah.
I do 9 stitches per inch. So I increased to 72 stitches because I like, I don't know if you can see my writing. I like a tighter sock, sock with a little bit of negative ease. And I tried them on and they fit pretty nice. I think having 2 different sock yarns making one sock, it creates more of a stretch because my foot is 9 inches around, but when you do the math, 9 into 72 is 8. But it fit my foot really well, actually. So, yes, that is another thing that I'm working on.
Cool.
And I'm hoping to get it done for classes. If I only get the first one done, then I will knit a mini sock and turn it in. Did she just break through your thing?
Almost. No.
Okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
that's all that I'm working on.
Wow.
And
Very
we can
cool.
go to our You Spin Me Right round. No spinning.
I know. Sad, right?
It is. I am spinning. I will just talk about my
I am
spinning.
jealous.
I'm still spinning for sock weight yarn. I'm hoping. It'll probably be sport weight. And I'm on the teal part, so I'm almost to the dark green. This dark green is the end. And then I'll be starting the second ball for the second sock. If that makes sense.
Very cool.
And I'm holding that in a spinning bucket. But I spun on that a little bit today, actually. And it's like all sparkly and stuff. And I would show you my wheel, but I don't feel like lifting it up. Anyways. But that's all. And then we're on to gym. How's your gym going?
I did one this week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, it's better than last. Well, I did one last week, but my goal was 2.
That's okay.
But
it
I
was
did
the
one.
first week.
It was. It was just crazy. Whatever. Anyways, I did one this week. Yay. And I'm drinking water. So
Me too. I was actually just drinking water. I reached my goal last week, which was to cardio knit twice and drink lots of water. And I have found that I'm drinking more water, that I'm thirsty more. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I guess I am too. I wake up and I drink like a whole glass right away, even before coffee. I usually didn't.
I should do that. It would probably.
But then you get like a whole whatever ounces in you at the start of the day.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But this week I haven't worked out at all yet. I plan to get up tomorrow and work out. So if you're new to our podcast, we're doing a cardio challenge. You set your own goals. You send me some sock yarn and a self-addressed stamped envelope to get sock yarn back at the end of the challenge. You won't get your sock yarn back. You'll get someone else's.
I need to send mine in still. I need to pick it out. I don't even know what I'm going to send in.
I got some today. I was going to take pictures. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I was going to take pictures, but it was dreary out today because it was like snowing all day long.
I'm jealous.
So I didn't take pictures. And there's only 3, so that's only the 3rd sock yarn that I've gotten, so you're not behind.
Good. That'll be my goal this week. Send out that. Send out baby blanket squares. I need to find them all first, and that has nothing to do with the gym, but still. That's
your goal. So we're into randomness, so go ahead and list your goals.
That's it. Just send those 2 things out, I think. I don't know. I haven't really done much this week, except for listen to the audiobooks.
Holy cow, you're like way far ahead of everyone else and their mom.
On what, the books?
Yes, you're like, oh, I'm on. Last week you were like, I'm going to start this book series. And then, like, I saw, like, 5 days later, I'm on book 3. I'm like, okay. Are you freaking kidding me?
First of all, they're not as long as the Harry Potter books or whatever. So. Second of all, the day that Quidditch was released, like the night, when it's released at midnight, well, that's 2 a.m. my time. I was up late working on, I think, Chloe's blanket. Or maybe, no, I think it was the, what day was that? Maybe it was the baby sweater. Whatever. I was working on something that, needed, I was working on it and in a mojo and doing it. Mm-hmm. So then, I was like, oh, I'm going to check online real quick. And I was like, oh, Quidditch starts in, half an hour. Cool. So I, ran around getting, the yarn and needles. and I stayed up way late listening to the book and making a hat. So, I don't know. And then I've been listening like during the day and, well, cleaning or folding laundry and knitting and all that stuff.
So you would recommend we listen to them?
They're good, yeah.
Or read them?
Listening to them, though, my one thing I will say, they have a different person narrating for every single book so far. And it's annoying.
Oh, that's annoying.
And they're not that they're horrible to listen to, but like, I think with audiobooks, except for Jim Dale, like, it always takes me like a few chapters just to get used to the voice. Like, and sometimes they annoy me. Like the first time I listened to the Hunger Games, I couldn't stand her voice.
Yeah,
now I don't mind it so much.
Is annoying. No, it still is annoying.
But like, so the first book, I was like, oh, okay, like it's a little weird, but whatever. And then the second one was completely different. Now this one has two, like a guy's voice and a girl's voice, but the girl is so like, I can barely stand her voice. It's like annoying me. But the guy's voice is the voice of Chuck Bass from Gossip Girl. And I was sitting there listening, and I'm like, I know him. I'm like, who is that from? And like, I thought it was him, but then he was doing this like weird accent, and I was like, what the heck? So I like Googled it, and I was right. So I was excited about that. That's it. But yeah. So if voices annoy you, maybe you should just read them. But no, they're interesting enough. It's like, another series. It's nothing like fantastic and awesome, but it's good. I'm easily amused and like new things. So,
I just like to read books that are movies.
That too.
So, I already watched the movie, so I can read the book now.
See, I should go rent the movie because I want to see it.
It's pretty cheese-tastic.
Is it?
But it's good.
So do you not think they'll do all of them now?
I hope they do. They left it open like they would.
But I mean, like for movies, like if the first one is crap, they don't
necessarily... Yeah, but the Twilight movies kind of...
That's
the
true.
first one was super crap. The second one was pretty crappy. The third one was better. And then the fourth and the fifth were better. Like, the best. She's like getting into everything.
She's so funny. I don't usually let her in here. So...
Okay.
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna... Hold on.
Okay.
So, random kind of sewing. Oh, I should really, I'm gonna rip the bag. I went to Walmart. Like a couple years ago, they got rid of the fabric section in our store. And then just like remodeled maybe a year ago, and they got the fabric back. Well, right after Christmas, like a week after, I went, and they had flannel on sale for $1.73 a yard.
That's really good.
Yeah, and they're like winter, not even Christmas. But so I got penguins, and then a darker penguin.
Oh, that's cute.
And then moose with cabins.
Is that for Joe?
And like blue moose with cabins.
That's funny.
I have a goal to make pajama pants for Christmas for next year for everyone. So I didn't even tell Joe about this yet. But at $1.73 a yard, like that's pretty good, right?
Mhm.
That's what I thought. So I bought it up. Cat is crazy. Anyway, so yes, I want to do that over the course of this year, so they're ready for next year, Christmas time. And then I want to get because I don't like sleeping with long sleeves. I usually sleep in a tank top, camisole type of thing. But the kids, well, sometimes they'll sleep in long sleeves. But I'm gonna just buy T-shirts that kind of go with it, and then I want to applique or something. I don't know. I don't sew, but like their initial on the shirt.
Oh, cool.
To kind of match it with the fabric. So dorky, but awesome. all I'm saying. That's it. I think that's all my randomness.
So, randomly, I went to iTunes and checked on our podcast to make sure. I do it randomly to check to make sure the audio track that I steal from the video and is uploading to iTunes okay. And I looked and we have like only 7 reviews and there was only 4 stars and I was like, "Oh." So I looked and there's a 1-star review of our podcast and it made me sad. Not that it matters cuz we, are doing this because we like to talk about knitting and crocheting and spinning and the
Yeah.
house cup, but it just kind of made me sad that we had a 1-star review with no comment explaining why we suck. So,
Haters be hating.
I know. It made me sad. So,
That makes me sad too.
that I just thought I would share with you, our loyal watchers.
So go give
and
us some
listeners.
love.
Yeah.
Now that's just for our audio though, right?
It's for the podcast. I don't know. Maybe they were mad because we do our video on YouTube and it's not iTunes compatible. Or maybe they were just like, this podcast sucks. It sounds like they just took audio from a video, which we do. So, I mean, we're not going to do any bells and whistles. This is just something that we do for fun.
Right. Low cost.
Yeah, low budget video podcast for y'all to watch and to listen to. So, anyways. Yeah, it just kind of made me sad. And then I kind of got over it. And then while it was making me sad, I was like, I'm going to write it on our show notes so we tell our listeners to go and give us 5-star reviews with glowing reviews or something.
No,
you don't have to, but it would make my day if you did.
No yarn.
So yeah. Also, you can tell, like behind me, there's no hanging lavender. I finally bagged it up and put it in little things and put it in with my wool behind me, actually.
Very cool.
Yes. So I'd been like sitting around on that for a while now.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday they had a Star Wars day at the library. And so we went and I Instagrammed a few pictures. It was a lot of fun. Like they have this like group that dress up for Star Wars things and do this all the time. Like it was funny. Like they were totally in character and people were asking them questions.
That's awesome.
And they were answering them. It was fun. Bella and Andy really wanted to go. Andy wanted to go. And Bella wanted to as well. And I went, and I was just like, it's a library. They should have a Harry Potter day before they have a Star Wars day. I mean, yeah, they do have Star Wars books, but they're more for, like, they're not really...
They're like graphic, or maybe not. No, they have books, because Gabe's read them. Or
yeah,
something.
They have, like, graphic novels, and then they have, like, I saw one, Star Wars origami, which was cool. But I was just like, they should have a Harry Potter day because that would rock my world. And they could have a rock band and everything. It would be awesome.
That would be cool.
But I could tell why they had a Star Wars day because, like, 2 of the librarians, like, there was one librarian, he was, like, younger. He must have just been hired because I don't recognize him. Was, like, standing on the counter taking pictures. Which I'm sure he was doing it for their website.
Yeah.
Which is not an easily navigated website. It's not my favorite website in the world. Anyways, back to the thing. And then the one security guard guy was like at the front of the line for taking pictures and everything. It was really funny, actually.
That's cute.
So, yeah, it was a lot of fun though. The kids all had fun, but Andy was kind of annoyed because you had to take a picture with the whole group. And he just wanted a picture with the stormtrooper because he likes stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So, he was kind of upset that he couldn't get a picture with the stormtrooper guy. And I tried to take it with him. Like, I'm like, just go stand by him and I'll take pictures and you can pretend you're next to him. And then some guy was coming over to talk to him while I was trying to take pictures. And I was like, come on. Like, just because there's some event doesn't mean you can be rude and go in someone's picture.
Right.
And, like, cut in line to talk to, you know what I mean? Because we had waited in line to to get there. But I didn't say anything. I just snapped like 5 pictures because with my iPhone you can like hold your finger on the thing and it goes. It takes a bunch of
No, I
pictures.
did not know that because I don't have an iPhone.
Well, now you know. So I did that, and I had like 4 or 5 pictures, and the one he's like this because he must have been making a face at the guy
That's
because he
funny.
was mad. But it's really funny. So yeah.
So today, I
Okay.
took Truman to the mall. They have like this like big rubber, not rubber, I don't know, play area like in the center. It's
Yeah.
nothing big, and for like 4 years and under, it's cool, but like otherwise, it's lame.
Yeah.
Um, but he had wanting to be getting out, and like every time we go past the park, he wants to play at it, but it's like winter. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna take him out. So I did. So I was sitting there crocheting, and he's playing around, and I look up, and there's this like old grandpa guy with a black T-shirt, and across it says, "I survived Sharknado." And there's a tornado with sharks coming out of it, and I like almost took a picture to send to you, but I didn't. But I thought it was so funny, and then I was like, "Hey, that's kind of like me," because I love like the stupid shirts that are my fandoms or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's funny." So now I think I kind of want to watch that movie. It's a movie,
Oh
right?
my gosh, it's
Lame but
so
cool.
good.
But I just thought it was hilarious. It was like white-haired, old. It was grandpa there with like a grandson or
That's
daughter or something.
awesome.
But it
I
was
wonder
so
if he
funny.
watched it or if he just someone got him that shirt because he likes sharks.
But why would you wear that if you didn't know what it was? Like he had to know what
I
it
don't know
was.
because I remember when we were younger, Mom got us a Nittany Lion sweatshirt, and I wore that thing like crazy, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was until we moved here to where Penn State is. So,
True. I
um,
just I just found, and I really wanted to take a picture, but then I was like, all these other parents are probably gonna be like, creeper taking a picture of like other kids, or you know what I mean? Like, so I
you
didn't.
should have said like, Truby, stand right there, and took a
I
picture
like
right
almost
there.
was. I like got my camera out or my phone out, and then I was like, no, like that's wrong.
So, disclaimer: if you watch that TV movie, don't expect it to change your life. Expect to laugh hysterically and be totally grossed out and just be like, oh my goodness, those people are horrible.
Grossed out.
Yeah, there's like blood and sharks eating people. It's a sharknado.
Are they like seriously in a tornado? Like, but I'm like,
It's really
where do
funny.
you get a shirt like that? It was like professionally looking, kind of, but like
I'm sure the Sci-Fi Channel was selling it when they
it
made
was
that
really
movie.
funny.
Because, and it's on Netflix, should you need to watch it.
Okay.
We watch it because I love watching those B movies, that Sci-Fi Channel. Like the one channel I miss completely since we don't have cable is the Sci-Fi Channel because I could watch those movies till I'll get out. And so like I make Andy watch those movies and he's always like, these suck. I'm like, yeah, we watch them so we can laugh at them and make fun of them. So like we're watching them and it's just funny. So yeah, but don't expect to be wowed by the acting or anything.
Okay.
So okay, I have to talk about green nail polish.
Okay. Go
Okay, so
ahead.
I like the color green. And I am always searching for green nail polish. So I have a handful of green nail polish here. And I don't like to spend more than like $5 on nail polish. So I'm not going to buy like a $12 nail polish um, because I'm cheap like that. And I'm cheap like that.
I am too.
So,
I don't pay more than 3.
yeah, I don't. I say 5 because if I like it, I might do 5. So I have all kinds of green nail polish. I've been trying. Now this one is glow in the dark, and it's almost out. I need to go get some. I got it at Hot Topic, but it's basically this color on your fingers.
Is it like? Does it take a lot of coats to make it look like that though?
No, just one.
Oh wow.
Well, probably 2 to get the maximum glow. So then I got this color because I've been constantly looking for green to wear. So I got this one, which this is from the Dollar Tree. I was not expecting much. You have to put like 5 coats for it to look anywhere near this color because it's like transparent when you put it on. That made me sad. Okay. So then I got this color from Walmart. And it works after 2 coats and it's nice. It's like an emerald color and I like it, but it turns your nails yellowish. When you take the nail polish off, your nails will be yellow.
Yeah, I think I have something like that.
Strike against that one. So I'm still searching for green. So then I found this one, and this is the color I wanted. It's like a Kelly green. I don't know if you can see in the thing. It's like a Kelly green. And I'm like, oh, Wet and Wild, they used to be like the color people, when we were younger.
Right.
So I got it, and it's cool because it has like this, the brush is different. Like you can see a picture of the brush. And basically it just means you do like on your big nails, like your thumb, it takes 2 swipes, and on your regular ones you just do 1 swipe. You don't have to paint. You just do a swipe. This one takes like 2 coats, and it turns out actually like this color, like this bright fluorescent green. Then when it dries after a day, it like darkens. Really weird.
That
But
is
it
weird.
peels off.
Do you ever do a base coat?
Yeah, even with the base coat, it peels off. It's like flakes off. It's weird. So I was like, oh, and we were at the store, and I was like looking at the nail polish because that's what you do. So I said, I just want to find one green nail polish that looks green, that's not lime green or a dark green. I want like a green that takes only like 1 or 2 coats. Because all the other ones I've had to do like 5, besides the one that turns your nails yellow, which isn't the green I was looking for. So I bought this stuff. I was like, okay, I will go over my $3 limit and spend, I think it was $3.97. Actually, I do think it was $3.97. It might be $4.97, but it was something 97 because we were at Walmart, so they don't end in nines or anything.
79 cents over. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no, actually, it might have been $4.97, but it might have been $3.97 because I looked at a ton of different nail polishes, so I forget. And I got this one. It's Revlon, and look at that, it worked.
Beautiful.
But they're not like, it's not the Kelly green that I wanted. It's just a green, like a grass green. I'm okay with
like
it.
though.
Yeah, I do too. And I've had it on for what's today? Tuesday? I've had it on for 3 days and it's still
That's nice. Yeah.
pretty good.
I find like I don't like spending a lot on nail polish. A, because it's nail polish. B, because the girls like to use it and it gets wrecked. $5.71.
So that's
But C, because it does peel off right away. But then I'm like, if I spent more money on nail polish, would it not chip off so fast? Probably, right?
That's what I was wondering. That's why I don't go over $3, except for now I did $3.97. But
That's
you
the
know,
limit.
I actually think it might have been $4.97 because I was like, oh, that's so much. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be so mad. And if I have to do 10 layers to get it anywhere near close to that, because
Yeah.
the one from the Dollar Tree, you have to have at least 10 layers on for it to be dark.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking. And I do like the stickers, but they like destroy my nails. Maybe I just don't take them off right.
I never had luck with them. I only tried them once or twice, but
And I do like the stickers, but at the same time, I also like see the bright colors of nail polish and I get all excited. So, I do like nail polish.
Mine are lacking. I need to paint mine. They're long though.
Mine were long. I just trimmed them. So yeah, but that's my green nail polish story.
Very cool. I also can never find a time to actually paint them when I'm going to sit and not touch anything for an hour because
So what I do is,
it just doesn't work.
what I did was I get up. Okay, so I'll get up and I'll like paint them and then I'll check my email and do stuff on the computer because then I'm not touching stuff. But the minute I paint them, my head starts to itch. It's not like I have an itchy head, but it's just when you paint your nails, like you're like, oh, I have to itch my hair, but you can't do that because
Right.
you would mess up your nails. Or like your back itches or something itches almost always.
Or you have to pee.
Yeah, I hold it.
Usually my problem.
But yeah, so that's my green nail polish woes. If you have a color of green, like a Kelly green, that goes on in like one, I usually do 2 coats anyways because one is just the,
Oh, right. I usually 2 to 3, depending on if it looks good or not.
But any more than that.
Plus a sparkle coat, because I like sparkles.
Well, I was putting sparkle coats on because my nails, I got this base coat to strengthen my nails because they were so bad from the stickers that I bought this like base coat finisher thing. It's supposed to make them stronger. So, but I was putting sparkles on because you could see the flat, like the flakiness of my nails. Not that my nails flake, but like parts were ripped off, kind of, if that makes sense, like a layer. So, but I kind of wanted one that I didn't have to put a sparkle coat over. But I do have a sparkle coat that I usually do, but I didn't this time. So.
I like sparkles.
If you know, but I do like sparkles, but I was looking for like a plain one because they had a bunch of sparkly green nail polish with like the chunks in it. Because it's not really sparkles, it's like glitter chunks.
Right. Well, some of them.
Well, the ones that I was seeing that were the green that I wanted, like that Kelly green color. And I was just like, no, I don't want that. So I was like looking for just a plain color, and I think I found it, but if anyone knows of any they want to tell me, that would rock my world. So yeah. That's all I've got. The big announcement. Sparkly green. Or just plain green. Nail polish. So yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have any other books you're gonna listen to?
Nothing
Did
new.
You listen to...
I took a lot of... We home shared when we were together last, so I took a lot of books that I got from you and I put them on my iPod. So once I'm finished with this series, I'll go on to some... I forget what I put on. But...
I would suggest...
Let me look.
The zombie ones.
I think I put that on there.
Thompson ones.
Let me look.
Those ones are good. Mercy Thompson series.
I put the beautiful creatures.
Oh no, Mercy Thompson is by Patricia Briggs.
Zombie. I just put a few on that I saw that were series.
The zombie one was called Feed. That's the first one. Good, by Mira Grant, I think is who it's by.
Oh, maybe that's not what it is. Like Zombie.
Oh yeah, that one was okay. It was.
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, they were okay.
Well, I'll have to look and see later. I mean, I can always resync it. Anyways, but that's it.
My book club is reading Divergent, so I'm gonna read that again.
I need to put that on my list for the library.
Divergent, Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant is that series.
Oh, there's 3. Okay.
I have to listen to the last 2, but I need to re-listen to book 1, even though I have a pretty good memory for books. Like, once I read them, I don't really forget them. So, I probably don't have to reread it, but I will, just because.
I like rereading things.
Sometimes I do.
Wow.
Some books are dumb and I don't want to reread them.
Right.
So, yeah. And we're just rambling in a randomness section. Yes. So, we're going to let you go.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.